This is Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. So far, Violet's to-do list consists of finding a cure for Zayden's situation, finding Andarna's den and her dragons, and bringing her brother and sister back together, and figuring out how to incorporate the flyers, the Griffin flyers, into the school of dragon riders. No pressure. We have every reason to believe that going south will give us answers to Andarna's heritage, but are we going south? No, because the leader in charge insists on going north, away from all the answers. Meanwhile, Zayden is now a teacher, so that kills that relationship. But hey, at least the wards are still protecting us while giving the Griffin flyers their signets back. So there's that. We have a little more lenience in bringing the flyers and the riders together. Hey! Okay, so we are looking for Dad's journal, one of his personal ones that has possible answers to a 7th dragon type, because Dad was a scribe and loved that world, so he may have the answers we need. The problem is it's in Mom's old office, which is now Dane's dad's office, and we need Dane to steal it and give it to us, and don't be suspicious. So we're trusting that guy to help. Meanwhile, Zayden is now a teacher, because how else are they going to keep the dragons together but Zayden and Violet separate? So that's fun. He is the teacher for fighting with signets. And I think it's funny because one of the third years calls him out on it. Like, you literally just graduated. Why not have someone with more experience teach us this? And Zayden pretty much says, you don't trust me? You don't think I'm good enough for this? Let me show you how it's done. And then he takes one by one everyone to the mat and puts them on the butts, except Violet, because Violet is the one and only who can take him and unalive him. And he's already admitted this repeatedly. Not that she would want to ever, because she's in love with him, but like, yeah, she's the only one who can actually, would be his undoing. Don't you just love instant karma? Because I love instant karma. So we are on a mission to find answers to where Andarna's people or dragons are, and we have one cadet who is a fire first, ask questions later type of cadet, and that's exactly what she does, injuring and ultimately unaliving one of our own. Then we're on our way, trying to get away from the uncontrollable fire, and she is swooped up by a wyvern. Instant karma. So of course, Zayden's dragon Sigale needs to take care of that wyvern, and she does, instead of grabbing Zayden himself. We gain access to the journal that her dad left, and things are looking up right now. The last 2 sentences of this chapter are, we could be only days away from having everything we need, and Darna's family, a cure for Zayden, and whatever it is my father wants me to retrieve from the merchant in Deverelli. The day after tomorrow can't come fast enough. Okay, so on this particular mission, he had to make it absolutely, positively, 100% sure that he is not a professor or in the professor role on this mission. Because the prince is in charge. They have stopped to rest up and get their dragons fed and everything, and they have been so good since Zayden has become a professor to follow the code of conduct and the codex that says, professors and cadets can't be together. So he made absolutely sure that he is not in the professor role, because they need to double up because space is limited. So we finally have a base closer to the shorelines to give us easier access to all of the isles that could possibly, potentially, lead us to where Andarna's den is. We're one step closer to figuring out answers. No thanks to the prince and Xaden. The whole mantra of boys will be boys. Not cool. But of course, it is Violet Sorrengail who gives us the negotiation and, yeah, the alliance that we need for answers. Oh, and we do have another stack of books that Violet's dad gave us, each containing its own locked passcode that potentially could explode everything and leak all of the ink away if we get the wrong passcode. So that's fun. So we are on an isle and we are looking for Andarna's kind and possible help to defeat the Wyvern and Venin. And while this particular tribe of people on this isle have no idea about anything about Andarna's kind, they are willing to help us in the battle against the Venin and Wyvern if we give them 12 dragon eggs. I hate Andarna's den, family, whatever you want to call them. I hate them. There is no reason to turn her away just because she grew up after you abandoned her. Just because you don't like the way she was raised doesn't mean she is broken or bad in any way. But anyway, we have found her family. We did not find a way to defeat or cure Venin. We have, in a way, betrayed our own because we kept the secret that Xaden is turning Venin, and Riddick found out, so that's lovely. Oh, and we are disobeying orders to return back to the school in between isles, or islets, whatever, in between visiting all the places and trying to gather all of the army and resources we can in order to defeat the Wyvern and the Venin. We're supposed to be going back home to report our progress, and we have not, just because it was impractical, and we just didn't have the strength to. I mean, we are flying 12 hours to get to destination A. We are not going to fly 12 hours to go back home just to fly, 16 hours or something like that to destination B, when we can just fly, the 4 hours or whatever to destination B. So, yeah, no, we're not following orders on that one, respectably. All I'm saying is you've been warned and you've been informed are the exact same thing, only one can be empty and the other, it's set in stone. It's set in stone. So, which one sounds more menacing? You've been informed. So we find out Violet's second signet, which makes sense because 2 dragons, 2 bonds, 2 signets, obviously. And OMG, I don't know what to do with this information because if anyone finds out, it is instant unaliving. But no, it's not technically mind reading. It's a little more dangerous than reading a conscious mind. She dreamwalks. And we know we are completely unguarded when we are dreaming. So yeah, I don't know what to do with this information. So I finished the book and I have no words. I don't know what to think. I don't, what. We have the big battle. We defeat the Venin that has been stalking her since the entire book. And he goes off the deep end. Not really sure if he can be saved at this point. And yeah. Okay, I thought that Panchak turned out to be the brother, considering he's the one who sold out Violet and told the Venin exactly where she was at all times. So am I missing something? He's not the brother. But so I'm reevaluating and rethinking my last guess on who the brother is. At the time, it felt like Panchak was the obvious choice because he was there. He was already a traitor, so obviously. But I'm reevaluating that because of he's got to be close to Xaden thing. And he's seen what it's been doing to Xaden this entire time, or for the past whatever months. I want to go Sawyer, because Sawyer lost his leg and has been having a pity party ever since, until he, at the last minute, decides, yeah, I'm gonna get a new leg and figure it out and ride again. But what if he gained that confidence because, But if I'm going with the popular this versus that thing, unfortunately, I have to be Team Bodhi. And I hate to say that because Bodhi this entire time has literally fallen into Zayden's footsteps. So, I don't know. We'll see. But back to Zayden. Is he Venom now? Did he fully turn? She's not feeling the bond. Maybe he's just blocked. And what's going on with Zigale? Because I'm worried about her. Because if he's turned, then she's not doing well. And of course, Taryn's not going to tell us anything because that's his mate and doesn't want her to seem weak. So, I got questions. And I'm concerned. She wakes up 12 hours later-ish, and there's a ring on that finger. No memory of what and cryptic note. It's all yours now. What? Huh? Excuse me? We need answers. And we need answers like yesterday because I have all the questions. Anyway, really good book, really good series. Love the entire series. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if there are any books that you want me to review, leave those in the comments as well. Have a great day, guys.